Hey you guys, welcome back to the channel. If you're new to me, my name is Ashley Benz. I am a childcare business development consultant at ECEbusinesspartners.com. And it has been a minute since I've actually done a video. We're gonna get into what's been going on and where I've been. But before we do that, I want to talk to you about what we're actually gonna be talking about today, which is the top 4 challenges that you are going to face with launching or expanding your childcare business right here in 2024, y'all. There has been a lot of things that have been going on, and so today I really want to talk to you about what like if you're trying to launch or expand, what challenges you're going to be facing for the remaining of the year, and also what solutions I have to be able to help you do that. I do want to express my gratitude for our 20,000 of you all. So when I came back and looked at the channel, I am seeing that we are at 20,000 subscribers, and I just want to express my gratitude for your support and for you guys hanging around here, especially since I have been MIA for quite some time. So I will get into why that has been, and then we will hop directly into the video. I am going to go ahead and have the little, I guess, what is it, the chapters down below. So if you don't really care about what's going on with me, and you just want to skip onto the video, then you'll be able to do that. But for starters, in January of this year, I pulled Nova out of her private school. If you're new here, we have a 9-year-old daughter. She was in a private school, and I pulled her out and we started homeschooling. The reason for that is because in 2022, we were in a head-on car collision. We are so blessed that we were able to walk away with minor physical injuries, but the mental aspect of just dealing with the aftermath of everything has been very challenging for us. And so that resulted in Nova being diagnosed with a severe anxiety disorder, and I decided to pull her out of school and to homeschool. So we have been homeschooling since January. Right now we are taking our summer break, and I will tell you guys, it has been a transition. So for me right now, my top priority has been mama mode. Like, I have just been a mom who is trying to really just get my child feeling better, and homeschooling has really helped with that. We've been loving it, and on top of that, I have actually taken on a big role, which is vice president of a nonprofit, which is actually Nova's Homeschool Co-op. So it's just amazing how God just kind of works. But I was not expecting to even, go into something like that. But it's really amazing. And so right now we are working behind the scenes over the summertime to get our homeschool co-op enrollment and all the things ready for next year. So I am right where you guys are at when it comes to launching and expanding anything related to early childhood education, or just child education in general when it comes to children. So that's where I've been, and with all that, it really has shifted the way I am doing business right now. So right now I'm only going to be able to probably just upload a video once a month, and that is the reason why you definitely want to be a part of my email list, because I will be engaging more with the subscribers on my email list, and then being able to just do the videos here monthly, and then hopefully at some point I'll be able to kind of pick things back up and get back into the group. But nonetheless, I will be sure to leave my information down below for you guys to join the email list. But that's really where I'm going to be hanging out at, is over on email, and then Instagram as well, because it's a little bit easier content to be able to upload. So without further delay, if you have not subscribed to the channel, I am going to ask you to subscribe, y'all. There is 90% of you guys that are watching these videos and you're not subscribed to the channel. And let me just tell y'all right up front, this is a lot of work, okay? And all you've got to do is just hit that subscribe button. That helps out the channel, and it helps me out. And it's just saying thanks for getting up here and doing this, okay? So behind the scenes, it is a lot of work to do these videos. And it's been a lot of time for me to be able to get up here and do this, especially with everything going on. So y'all go ahead and hit that subscribe button, okay? And I promise you, okay, you are going to get the value that you need when it comes to launching or expanding your childcare business. But let me just say this, if you're not subscribed, you can't get the notifications, right? So go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Okay, so the very first challenge that you are going to be facing in the remaining part of 2024 when it comes to launching or expanding your childcare business is funding and budget management. And so what is happening right now is that, I mean, obviously with the economy, a lot of funding and lenders are really tightening up their rules on who they're going to be lending out money to when it comes to small businesses. So obviously right now interest rates are really high, and I mean these banks, y'all, and lenders, they're just tightening up everything, and that's just obviously due to the uncertainties right now of the economy. However, let me just say this, throughout this video you're going to hear these challenges, but I'm going to let you know there is so much hope. So the SBA, however, has actually announced, okay, this was actually back in March, and I'm just going to look over my notes. It's easier for me to do it this way. But they have announced new funding opportunities specifically for the child care sector. And this is going to provide essential support. Now, what they're going to be doing is they're going to be doing this through the WBC, which is the Women Business Center. So be sure to contact your local SBA office and really get in connection with your Women's Business Center. The other thing that they're going to be doing is lender campaign to support small, minority-owned and women-owned businesses, including the childcare business. So they're really focused on, this is coming from the Biden administration. They're also going to be revamping their 7A loan, which the 7A loan is typically for working capital, and they're going to be revamping their 504 loan. And this is usually used for major fixed assets and for fixed assets. So the good news about the budget and funding aspect of it is that, you know, I think that our country is seeing that there is a need to really revamp the child care sector. And so they are actually partnering with the SBA to be able to do that. So again, check with your local SBA office and just to see, you know, what's kind of going on locally for you and what opportunities are there for you as far as funding goes with that. So this is why it is so important for you to have a budget and funding plan. And because when you do go, so prior to me actually doing the video, so in January, before I actually started homeschooling, I was working with clients. And so one of the things that I learned is that when you go to the SBA office, their job is to really help you find the lender. So they're going to pretty much have you look top a notch to lenders, and one of the things that they're going to want you to do is to have a budget plan. So it's almost like getting an SBA stamp of approval, and so that way when you do go to lenders, they see that you've done your background work. But if you don't have a budget and funding plan, if you don't have you don't know how much your revenue is going to be, how many children that you're going to need to enroll, what your expenses are going to be looking like if you don't, a 12-month projection plan, you really need to get one of those. Now, I'm going to share with you that throughout this video, everything and every solution that I am mentioning is a part of our revamped Childcare Business Blueprint membership. So I have had a membership for years, and it's been a while since we've revamped it, and so we are revamping it for 2024 as I am getting back in the swing of things. And everything that I've talked to you about today as far as the solution goes can all be found inside that membership. So be sure that you do look in the description box for the link and join us, okay? So inside the membership though, I do have a 9-tab Excel workbook, and it will walk you through every single detail of how to make sure to get a budget in place, and also it's going to show you how much money that you actually need, so that when you do go and you're applying for grants or working with the SBA office, you kind of already have that all outlined. Okay, so the second challenge that you're going to be facing for the remaining of 2024 is licensing requirements. Now, like we have not already had to deal with licensing requirements before, so many states are updating their regulations to improve safety and quality standards. And honestly, it's been a lot of states have just taken a long time to get these updates in, but with everything going on, y'all, they are really tightening up. So you will be dealing with some, where before it was like, even when I started, it was super, really compared to now, it was easy to get a license, right? Now it's going to be more challenging in these different times that we're in right now. So some of the recent changes is in zoning laws, and they're being very particular, and this is in some states, so you do want to check with your local childcare. You can check with your local childcare resource or referral agency, or the Division of Regulated Childcare, but they are really starting to get really picky about location and where you can actually, put a childcare business. So they're really going to be updating like zoning laws and things of that nature. But one of the upsides of this is that some states are actually offering incentives to put childcare businesses in certain areas or locations. And so this is where you'll find, a lot of times when they're trying to revamp or they're trying to do revitalization projects in the community, you'll see these incentives come up. So again, we got the challenges, but we have these kind of bright upsides to, everything that's going on. And so it's kind of like, in a way, it's working in your good, okay? It's one of my favorite scriptures, all things work together for the good. So it's working for you right now if you're trying to launch or expand, but you just need to know kind of where to look. And when it comes to knowing where to look, this is kind of where those challenges will come into play, is because you are going to have a little bit more difficulty than before to find that location that the state would actually approve. So this is where inside of the membership in phase 2, which is our location and licensing blueprint phase, I really talk to you and I go through how to actually find the right location, how to make sure that location is going to be geographically profitable. And then also with these new laws and things like that, the locations that I show you how to go about finding will automatically kind of fit into some of these zoning requirements that they are changing, the different types of laws and regulations when it comes to the zoning aspect of things. Okay, so before we move on to step 3, or challenge 3, again, if you have not subscribed to the channel, 90% of you guys that's watching has not subscribed, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. And if you can, go ahead and give this video a thumbs up. Okay, so the third challenge is the hiring and onboarding. Now, we already know this has been a challenge since 2020, and it seems to be getting, honestly, seems to be getting kind of worse and worse. And so what we're finding is that there's been a lot of new regulations that really kind of make it very challenging when it comes to your hiring practices. And so, and then on top of that, obviously, it's just hard to find people, and we know that's been going on. So I believe that with the economy and just the way that things are, that is not going to get any better unless the economy changes. And the math is mathing, right? So what your job is to really make sure that you are creating an amazing environment for staff to come in, and that you are really creating this amazing culture. And so when it really comes to hiring and really onboarding, it honestly just like you should have an experience for your families, you need to also make sure that you're having an experience for new staff members coming in. You just want to make it really smooth for them. Times are hard right now, you guys. And so for anyone that is wanting to work for you in your childcare business, honestly, I just feel like that, and I'm talking about the good, the good ones, they are like gold right now. So if you don't, and I always say this, you only attract what your systems are. So if you have rinky-dink systems, you're going to attract, not the best quality staff. But if your systems are really good with onboarding and hiring and just really making sure that people are seeing this as a great place to work, it's got a good culture, work-life balance is important, all those things, then you should be able to kind of, find those diamonds in the rough, so to speak, and really have a really great working environment and a really great team that's going to be backing you up. And so inside of the membership of the Childcare Business Blueprint membership in our phase 3, which is where I go over all the step-by-steps on how to really set up something like that and have a streamlined hiring and onboarding process. There is loads of information in there. And let me just say this, y'all, the membership is jam-packed. I've got templates. There's a lot of done-for-you stuff in there, which is really amazing. And so this is almost like a plug and play. It's a blueprint, and it is a plug and play that you can just plug in and really just kind of, you know, make it your own and go from there with it. But yes, inside of phase 3, which is our automated hiring phase, I go over all the ways of how to attract, hire, and retain the right staff for your childcare business, because that looks different for everybody. And then this leads us into the last challenge that I'm gonna talk about today in this video. Is challenge 4, which is going to be your marketing and enrollment strategies and the challenges that you're going to be facing as we move into the remaining portion of 2024. And so one of the challenges that I know that a lot of centers deal with, and a lot of you guys just, I don't know what it is. It just seems like you can't understand this concept. At least the, you know, people that I've worked with, or just in general, the shift to digital marketing and really making sure that you have a really strong online presence is really important. Basically, y'all, what's going to happen is that after the pandemic, everybody's gotten spoiled. I mean, even now, like, I will go and, you know, I love being able to order some food online and then just literally go in, and all I've got to do is go pick it up. It's on the shelf for me. Like, I don't have to talk to anybody if I don't want to. And so I think that we have gotten used to that. And so consumers have gotten used to really robust systems that they can literally do on their phone and get the information they need. And honestly, if they don't want to talk to anyone, they don't have to. And so the challenges that a lot of you all are going to be facing is putting these systems in place. And the reason for that is because it is techie. You know, we are dealing with some tech things when we're trying to have it where, you know, when someone comes to your website, that they literally have a self-service experience. And so again, this is something though that you just kind of have to start putting into place, because consumers they're going to actually choose the childcare centers that have more robust systems in place when it comes to the self-service on their website, or even like a really great Instagram account or social media presence. They're going to really gear towards those than people and owners who are not doing those things, because again, this is just what everybody has gotten used to post-pandemic. And so changes in consumer behavior, such as the preference for virtual online tours and online enrollment, are really shaping new marketing strategies. And so your marketing strategies really have to be, you know, in some ways, I mean, it's got to be like, not even 2024, but it's got to be like 2026, right? Like, you've got to be looking a step ahead. And when we have AI and all these things happening, you know, I mean, everybody is going to be looking for that. And so the challenges with that, if you're not doing that, is that this is going to really challenge your enrollment and the way that you're able to increase that enrollment and get those new families in. Not like it hasn't already been a challenge, but again, if you're not streamlining your marketing efforts and making sure that you are utilizing digital marketing, you're really going to struggle when it comes to increasing your enrollments and getting the families in that you need to be able to profit and have an actual business. And so inside of the budget, I'm sorry, not the budget, we do have a budget blueprint inside the membership, but inside of the Childcare Business Blueprint membership on phase 4, which is where I actually go in step by step and I show you how to set up an automated marketing system. And these cover how to set up a CRM system, how to set up an online enrollment, and the effective marketing strategies that are more going to be more on the digital marketing side of things and not like flyers and all that kind of stuff. And so in phase 4, inside of our automated marketing is where I go over all those things. So in conclusion, as I wrap this video up, like, I feel like that a lot of you do have some of these pieces in place, but when it comes to actually launching or expanding, what I already know that everybody struggles with is like, what is the plan? Like, what do I do first? What do I do second? What should I be focused on? You know, how do I focus on things simultaneously? Because there, you know, you're going to have things going on at once. And so how do I really streamline and organize this actual plan, because what you're actually doing is you're actually doing business development. You're developing a business. And so that does require a lot of processes and making sure that you are organized when it comes to how to launch or expand a childcare business. There are many moving parts and pieces. And so inside of the Childcare Business Blueprint membership, I've got it all laid out for you. Right when you come in, you start with phase 1. You also can go in there and customize your own plan, because I know that when people come in, everybody's at different stages. I've met someone, we have had members that come in, they're like, well, Ashley, I already have the location, but I don't have my budget. And I'm like, okay, well, let's go back to phase 1. Let's get your budget in place. Since you already got the location, then skip that and move on here. And even sometimes it's just going back and looking at the blueprint and saying, hey, maybe I do have my location, or maybe I do have some hiring in place, or I've kind of got those things set up for the marketing. But going back and looking and saying, okay, what are some things that are in the blueprint plan that Ashley has that I need to polish or clean up? And so, yeah, the membership is something I'm super excited about, because we're revamping it. And who doesn't love new things? It's like getting a new car that members are getting right now, and I'm so excited about that. Okay, so let's recap these 4 challenges. Challenge number 1, you're going to be dealing with the funding and budget management. Challenge number 2, you're going to be dealing with the improvement or the increase in regulations from the state, and having to deal with those different type of laws and things like that that's happening. Challenge number 3 is with your location. You might be dealing with the challenge of zoning requirements, and that you just can't put a childcare business anywhere like we used to be able to. And challenge number, am I on 3 or 4? We have our hiring challenge as well. And so that's challenge number 3, is that you're, with everything kind of tightening up when it comes to the hiring practices, you're going to be dealing with that. And then challenge number 4 is that marketing, because again, y'all, consumers are really, really into more robust marketing strategies. And so again, but I feel like the bright side to all these is that there are solutions. There are solutions. The other bonus challenge that I did not have in my notes, but I am going to share with you right now, is the challenge of your mindset. Okay. And so what I want you to know is that right now, everything it's crazy out there. Okay. The economy is crazy. We're getting ready to go through this election. I mean, it's got we just a lot of stuff going on, but this is your time right now to start doing the things in the background, so that after this election is over, you're set up. And when everybody in our country gets to feeling a little bit more comfortable, hopefully praying that we get to feeling a little bit more comfortable, that then people are going to be more apt to, start being a little bit more relaxed when it comes to looking for childcare. Hopefully our economy improves, and then, finances get a little bit better. But again, while everything is going on, all the crazies going on out there, this is your time to not take this as, oh my goodness, how can I do this? Is it a good time to launch? Is it a good time to expand? This is not the time to do that. Take advantage of that while they're doing all the crazy stuff out there. You sit behind and work in silence, and you get yourself together. You start streamlining. You start putting the things in place so that when the time does come, you're ready to rock and roll. Okay. And so I do want you to also remind you about the mindset piece, because at the end of the day, okay, we're going to need childcare. That's just it. I don't think there's ever going to be a time where people are going to be, having to go back and work. And even because I know we're going into a phase where people are working from home, I work from home, but even that, people and families are still going to need you. And so jump in there, jump out there. Don't be afraid. And just know that there are solutions, that there are upsides to this. And so what you want to do is take advantage of the upsides instead of focusing on the craziness and maybe all the disadvantages and the things that look like, may not be a good time to start. So I hope that kind of gives you a little bit of like, okay, maybe I can do this. Okay. If Ashley says I can do it, I can do it. And yes, you can. Okay. You can do this. And I am here to help you in any way that I can. So with that being said, for a limited time, I don't know how long we're going to be doing this, but right now for the membership, I am offering a 7-day free trial. So you can actually go in, you know, you will not get charged today, but there's a 7-day free trial. You can go in there and check it out and just kind of get familiarized with the membership and, you know, see if it's a good fit for you. And then from there, if you like it, which I know that you will, then you'll just, you know, continue to stay in there. But if you don't, hey, there's no cost on you to go in there and at least give it a try. So this is going to be a limited time. I don't know how long I'm going to be doing a 7-day free trial, but right now at the time of this recording, that is available. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave all the links down below, with the main link down below being the link for you to join the Childcare Business Blueprint membership. And then I'll leave any other relevant links down below as well. Also, one of the other links I'll leave is our 29-page Childcare Business Launch or Expand Planner. Y'all, that planner is thebomb.com. I get so many good reviews about that. I had someone that came in and told me, she was like, Ashley, after doing this planner, I have realized I don't want to do this anymore, or I don't want to do this. And I've had some people say, oh my goodness, this is everything I needed to be able to move forward. So I will leave that down below. That's a free, it's a free planner. And so I will leave that down below as well. Be sure to get on my email list. If you do download the planner, that will automatically put you on the email list. So that'd be a really great way. But anyway, I'm gonna leave all the relevant links down below. You guys, thank y'all for being here. Please be patient with me as I kind of navigate this new life that we're going through with homeschooling, and also taking on the role of being a vice president of our nonprofit's homeschool co-op. So y'all, I just got a lot of stuff going on, but I am so glad to be back. I hope this video was helpful to you, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.